But there's something you must understand about any vision. It has to have a spiritual grounding. It can't move if it is not spiritual. So our vision is informed and animated spiritually. So I'm here to encourage you. I'm here to seek inspiration from you. I'm here to give you an assurance that this government is fully committed, and one thing of which you must not be in the slightest doubt: this government won't fail. It will not fail. This government will not fail. Of that I can assure you. And you come today and claim to be able to get out of a problem you created and allowed to fester. Hysterical hypocrisy. That's what it is. We are here to build a different country, a new country.
Yes, here we are. Welcome, family, friends, fellow Africans. Africa is rising. The time for politics is over. This is time for action. Our family, friends, fellow Africans, that is President Gideon Duma Boko, the president of Botswana. Please do not skip the video. Watch this video from the beginning to the end. This is revolutionary speech from President Duma Gideon Boko. So Africa, as I said, is rising, and another powerful voice has just echoed through the continent. President Boko of Botswana has made a thunderous declaration. He is joining the Pan-African Revolution and vow to build a new Botswana. Just like the wave of transformation we have seen in Burkina Faso under Captain Ibrahim Traore. But this isn't just about politics. Boko says the vision must be spiritually connected and backed by strong national institutions and agencies that serve the people. This is the kind of leadership Africa has been crying for. So join me in this video. Let us go and listen what President Boko is saying. Welcome and listen.
But there's something you must understand about any vision. It has to have a spiritual grounding. It can't move if it is not spiritual. So our vision is informed and animated spiritually. But a vision alone is not very helpful. A vision requires agency, agents of the vision. Sociologists, the likes of Nikos Polantzas, the likes of Chantal Mouffe, call it social agency. Who are the agents of this vision? Who are the vectors? Yourselves, all of you, none more than the other, all of us. We are carriers of this vision. We are agents of this vision. We carry the responsibility of translating this vision into concrete deliverables for our people. We therefore must engage with two questions, two issues. The one is, where are we now? I call it the is proposition. What is? Not what we wish was. Not what we think and believe is. What in fact, evidenced by data, accurately mapped out, what is the reality with which we are faced now? Very important question. When we engage with that question, we must not deceive and flatter ourselves. Tell ourselves things are not what they really are. Things are bad out there. Our people are unemployed. Young people are catching hell at the margins of an economy that has failed to work for them. This is the reality. Schools are dilapidated. Schools that were built with no thought as to how they will be maintained. No investment, no plan for the maintenance of these schools and other infrastructure. This is the reality that we have inherited. There's no medicine in the clinics, hospitals, and other facilities like health posts. There is no equipment, a crumbling health system, a collapsing education system. In a society, although described as an upper middle income society, is marked by grotesque inequality, staggering levels of poverty and exclusion. This is the reality.
Yes, what a painful truth. That is the reality. Let us break this down a little bit, my dear lovely family. Do not skip the video. Watch this video. We are still sharing this powerful message and powerful speech from the President of Botswana, President Duma Gideon Boko. What Boko here is saying, he want not just calling for reforms, he is calling for a total rebirth. He wants to see a Botswana that controls its natural resources, all resources, uplifting its youth, where youth can have can get jobs, be employed, and create jobs. You know, when we talk about youth, there's those who are talking about, youth have to be employed. No, we want youth who can create their own jobs. Also, we want to see a Botswana that protects its sovereignty and builds from within, just like Traore did with God, agriculture, and national pride. He understands that without a spiritual connection to the cause, without grounding the revolutions in purpose and ancestral wisdom, change will be shallow. That's deep. So, family, and when he talked about agencies, he means institutions that are not puppets of foreign control, not agents of IMF and World Bank agents, but tools of truth or true self-governance and economic liberation. That's what President Boko here is talking about. This is the energy we need across the continent. Imagine a Botswana that breaks the chain of independence, build its own factories, empower its youth, and stand tall next to the Sahel leaders like Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso. What do you see? So let us continue a little bit to hear from President Boko. You know, this is one of the fantastic and powerful message President Boko has delivered to the people of Botswana as well as to the people of Africa. Welcome.
And the second question we must deal with is what I call the ought proposition. Where ought we to be? That's where our vision is taking us. Our vision has painted in broad strokes where we ought to be. We are not there yet, but that's where we ought to be. And the question that faces all of us now is, how do we get ourselves from the is to the ought? Now it is a function of strategy. Strategy. The deployment of limited resources in uncertain and fluid times, dealing with unpredictable, sometimes very dangerous expectations to achieve the ought, where we ought to be. That is what we now must deal with. When we get into that space of crafting